Live, where news comes first. This is ABC-7 with breaking news.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for ABC-7 at 6. I'm Eric Elkin.
And I'm Stephanie Valle. We begin at the ABC-7 Alert Center with breaking news. Hundreds of migrants in Juarez are making their way to the border. The migrants began walking to the border earlier today, and our ABC-7 crew got video of the large group wading into the river and others heading to the Paso del Norte Bridge. Many of these same migrants were protesting outside the detention center where dozens of migrants died in a fire on Monday night. We have complete coverage on both sides of the border, but we want to start in Juarez. And that's where we find our ABC-7 Juarez correspondent, Heriberto Perez, who's been speaking with some of the migrants throughout the day, and he has details on what the situation at the border is like at the moment. Eddie.
That's right, Stephanie. As we showed you earlier today on ABC-7 at 5, hundreds of migrants were making their way here. You can see behind me, but actually now more migrants are making their way back from where they came from. This is because you will see behind me more migrants in front of Access 36 once again with Border Patrol agents, with Texas State Troopers, and with the Texas National Guard. I spoke with some migrants here on the Juarez side who were not sure if either to cross or not, because they heard these rumors that we told you, our news partners Channel 44 told us about, U.S. authorities telling them to go and cross because they were going to let them in. I want to show you an interview that I shot with a migrant earlier today. He's from Venezuela, and he told me this. Take a listen.
Unfortunately, we listen to many things, and of so many things, I prefer to see them better. They said that it was not a lie, that they were going to process us. Many have turned themselves in, as you can see. Many migrants have turned themselves in, but we don't know if it's to deport them or process them. For me, it is to deport them.
And just like Jefferson, right there are more migrants here on the Juarez side who are afraid or are not sure to go to the other side because, as he was mentioning, he thinks that that line that it's right in front of the gate, it's because they're going to deport them in a couple of days. We'll make sure to update you since this is a developing situation. We're going to talk to more migrants here on the Juarez side, and we'll show you what we got tonight on ABC-7 at 10. But for right now, reporting live in Ciudad Juarez, Heriberto Perez, ABC-7.
All right, Heriberto, a lot of questions still remain. To more breaking news now, some of the migrants are already being detained on the U.S. side, and ABC-7 Sarah Coria is live with the very latest on the U.S. side of the border.
I'm along the border wall by Riverside, and now new information that we're learning from Border Patrol agents, they're saying at least 200 migrants have been detained. They believe another 800 migrants are making their way on over to this location. Now, this location is where we last saw at least 3 migrant buses being taken from this area. Since we were last on air, another 2 buses have been loaded with migrants and taken from this area. Now, our ABC-7 crews on the scene said they've seen at least 100 migrants walking on over to this area. Now, I want to show you video that we got from earlier today. And in this video, you can see the border wall and migrants walking alongside the river. Now, this is just a few miles west of where we are right now. This is right next to the Juarez X. Border Patrol agents, we've seen them armed, arriving on the scene as hundreds of migrants walked alongside the wall and eventually ended up here near the Riverside area, where we can see migrants being loaded into buses and taken away to an unknown location.
Out here, we don't have the capability to process them as we need to, so that's why we're going to be putting them in buses, and as I mentioned, as quickly and swiftly as possible, getting them to our facility.
And Border Patrol agents have not yet said why hundreds of migrants were seen walking alongside the border. Of course, this comes off the tails of Monday night's detention facility fire, in which dozens of migrants were killed and others injured. We're also hearing from our Juarez partners, Channel 44, that there is a rumor going around that migrants believed they would be allowed into the U.S. Of course, this is a developing story, so we'll continue to update you with more on air and online at kvia.com as soon as we learn more. For now, near the border, Sarah Coria, ABC-7.
All right, Sarah.